Alright guys, and welcome back to another Gekishin Squadra video, and in today's video I want to go over what I consider to be the best helpers in each and every class. We're going to start with damage, then we'll go to tank, then we'll go to specialist. So let's go ahead and just start with technical, sorry. Let's go ahead and start with damage. Damage, I think the best helper is going to be Nail. Nail will attack enemies that you are currently rush attacking, and I'm putting Nail at the very top because you can run him on any character and get value out of him. He's not something that you have to work for the value. You can just activate him and you're going to automatically see value, and you can use him for a variety of stuff. You could use him to help you clear ads if you want. If there's a bunch of them around you, you can pop him to help you clear ads. You can help, or he can help you clear the boss. If you're fighting like Nappa, Ender 16, Ribrian, or Jocko, you can go ahead and pop Nail. He's going to give you additional damage on top of you attacking the boss. So he has a lot of variety of stuff other than just using him to, fight other people. So that is why I am putting Nail at the top of the damage helpers. But a close second for me personally is Botamo. I love Botamo, and there are actually certain characters that I permanently run Botamo with, and I'm gonna go over them right now. I run him with Piccolo, I run him with Kale, Bojack, and Super Oob. These are the guys that I will always run Botamo with because these characters are ranged basic attack, or ranged strike attack characters, not strike, ranged auto attack characters. I forgot what it's, rush attack, sorry. Rush attack characters, and they don't have a massive HP pool. Like Piccolo and Kale have pretty little HP, so Botamo is nice to get these more aggressive damages off of you and to space out your enemies basically where you want them, not on top of you but a little bit in front of you, where you can go ahead and hit them with all your abilities and they're not on top of you just pressing your face against the dirt. So I will use Botamo with these characters, and the reason I don't use him with everyone else is because characters like Goku, Trunks, Deborah, Daima, Goku, and Android 18, Gamma, like, you are wanting to be on top of these people because they have a very small rush attack. They have the strike rush attack, which is basically you need to be right on the opponent to be hitting them, and Botamo is going to be kind of not helpful with that. He's going to push them away from you, making you have to go after them. So it just makes it really annoying to run Botamo with these guys unless you're using it to like try to get away. So that's why I think Nail can be used with basically everyone on this list, and you can see value. Botamo with some of the people on this list, and you can get value. And then the last helper is the World King. I personally don't think he has a big enough of an area for it to be very helpful at all, because if I see someone pop this, I'm just going to get out of that immediate area, and I'm not going to, advance until I see it go away. Or even if they do pop it, I'm just going to keep attacking them, and it's really not going to buff them all that much. I feel like whenever anyone uses it or I use it, I don't really see that much of a change compared to when they use Nail or Botamo. I can actually see like the added effect of that. So my list would be Nail, Botamo, and then World King for the damage. So let's go ahead and hop over to the tank side of things. And I think hands down, like, just a huge gap between them, the best is Hyper Mega Rildo. The Wrath to the nearest enemy hero in range is amazing. It combos so well with basically all of the tank's abilities. Cells, coolers, not very much Kefla, or Caulifla, sorry. But Baby, Zamasu, and Vegeta, who all have these big AoE attacks, really work or synergize well with Rildo because he's holding him there while they are landing these huge attacks that usually people are spamming their vanishes to get out of. Hyper Rildo is holding him there. So, and it's also just a great distraction. If you just drop it down, someone is attacking it, you can 2v1 for a second. If your damage notices you drop Rildo, they can put their big attack like Piccolo's special beam cannon there, and really you can just get a ton of value off of Rildo. That I consider him my only option when I go into matches as tank. Kaba kind of has the same thing as the World King, where it's not that big of an effect. I don't really see that much of a difference. And then Icarus I just won't even use, because the only times I would really ever want to use Icarus is to get out of a fight as fast as I can, because I'm about to die. But as you can see, if you get hit, it goes away. So really the only time I'd want to use it, you can't even use it. You can use it to chase, but then at that point you could have just used Rildo to keep him there. I just see Icarus not as impactful as Rildo, as well Kaba, the same thing, just not impactful as Rildo. He is hands down the king of the helpers, in my opinion. I think he is the best helper out of all of them. I love Rildo that much. But that's going to be it for tank. So if I had to order them, I would do Rildo, Kaba, and then Icarus. That's just my order. You guys can have different opinions, it's all up to you, but that's just my opinion, that he is easily hands down the best. And then we are going to hop into our technical. Now, technicals, I don't really have that big of a opinion. I think all of them do, what they do. I think I use Shu the most, because Shu has this huge area of effect. When you pop him, you're going to immediately see the effects of it, because the movement speed down and defense down. Shu is my hands down favorite to use, because of, again, how big the area is, the stuff that he gives you. And if you're ever running away, you can pop him, give everyone speed down, and you can just hightail out of there. Bubbles I used mainly when I engage in fights, because it gives you that increased step efficiency and that movement speed up, so you're moving around the battlefield quicker. I still use Shu over Bubbles, because I think the movement speed down and defense down is better than the movement speed up and increased step efficiency, in my opinion. And then Farmer with a shotgun does exactly what Shu does, but he has to shoot them. So Shu, just you being able to put him down and immediately affects the entire area, to me is better than Farmer with a shotgun. But if you like Farmer, why is he shaking so much? But if you like Farmer with a shotgun, obviously that's the same thing. They do the exact same thing, just this guy has to shoot and this guy is an area of effect. So if I had to rate it, I would do Shu, and then I would say both of these are in the tier below it. I really don't have that many opinions on the support helpers, as they don't really have one that's super impactful like Rildo or Nail and Botama. So really, you could run any of these and you're going to help your team out. But that's really it for my list of helpers. I would use Rildo for all the tank characters. I would use Shu for all the specialist characters or technical characters. And then I would, depending on what damage character I am playing, if I'm playing Goku, I would use Nail. If I'm playing Piccolo, I would use Botama. But that's my list. That is what I think is the best helpers in the game. And that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed, and I will see you on my next one. Peace out.